Nations, nations, flowing with wind, and soul with vibration, and nation, flowing with winds, need a donation. Hello, everybody. Welcome, 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 welcome. Just inviting the last of the people in the waiting room in. Welcome to day number 1794 of the Daily Antidote of Song. And what an honor to be here on this day with you all and with Dr. Kim Harris, who is a frequent visitor of the Daily Antidote of Song. Everyone wave to Dr. Kim. Welcome, welcome. So Dr. Kim is in the duo Kim and Reggie Harris. As I say, a frequent visitor to the Daily Antidote of Song and a professor at Loyola Marymount in LA. So we're going to go around and say hello to everyone that's in the room before we get into things with Dr. Kim. Let's wave hi to our live stream, who's hopefully tuning in right now. And we're just going to go around the room and say hi. Susan in Cincinnati, welcome. Good to see you today. Doug, Vermont. Sheila, Florida. Hoda, British Columbia. Neil in Boston, hello there. Sydney, San Francisco, hello, hello. Mabel in Massachusetts. Mabel and Bear, hello. We have got Jan, is it? I can't see underneath the number there. In Michigan, Jan, sorry, can't see your name properly, but waving. Tom, Carpe Diem. Hello, Tom. Laris in the UK. Jonathan in Rhode Island. Ruth in Birmingham, UK. Hello. Susan, Seattle. Hello, Susan. Marcia, not sure where you are. AEB, British Columbia, I'm guessing. Kathleen in Albuquerque. Hello, hello. Adele, wherever you are, welcome. Kachina, what a wonderful name. I hope I'm saying that right in Vermont. Welcome, Kachina. Linda in Massachusetts, hello. Jenny in Suffolk, UK. Pauline in Newcastle, UK. Ariana in Los Angeles. Anna in Massachusetts, hello, Anna. On to the second page here. Where are we? Becky in British Columbia, hello, hello. Linda in California. Nancy in Washington State, hello. Aloysius, Massachusetts, hello. Marion in Brighton, hello, my fellow town person. Storm in Massachusetts, Zoomiverse, hello, Storm. Caroline in DC, hello there. Gary in Massachusetts, hello, Gary. Fred in Maryland, hello, Fred. Carol in Connecticut. Maggie in California. Elizabeth in California, hello. LMG in Connecticut. Hello, LMG. Anne in Maryland. Rosie, wherever you are, welcome. Bob and Bear in Massachusetts. Moon in Vancouver, is that? Yeah, I believe. Hopefully, I've got that right. Curly Tops in Vermont. Athena, Brooklyn. Hello, Athena. Good to see you. And I think that is everybody that's in the room. Here we are. Let's take a nice deep breath together. Ah, and let it out with a sound. Ah, start
Ah,
warming up those lovely voices. Let's do a couple more of those and just do whatever sound comes out on the out breath.
ah.
Ooh. And one more together.
Ooh.
Just releasing any of that tension in the body so that you can be that little bit more present with us here today. Let's welcome in the room Dr. Kim. Hello, Dr. Kim. How are you today?
Hi, everybody. Good to see you again. Here in LA on spring break. Yes.
Wonderful. Are you managing to have a bit of a break?
I'm having a good break, getting some grading done, getting some napping done, and ready to sing. And I'll tell you something extra special I got to do last night after the song. Today, what I'm doing are familiar songs with some perhaps unfamiliar stories. Are you ready? This little light of mine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Come on now, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let let it shine. I see you singing now, this little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Yes, indeed. Way down in my heart, way in my heart, I'm gonna let it shine. Come on now, way down in my heart now, I'm gonna let it shine. Whoa, way down in my heart now, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Oh, everywhere I go now, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Now here's a favorite verse now. I'm not gonna make it shine. I'm just gonna let it shine. That's right. I'm not gonna make it shine. I'm just gonna let it shine. I'm not gonna make it shine. I'm just gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. This little light, here we go. This little light of mine, oh yeah, now I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Oh yeah.
Yes, wonderful, Dr.
Now,
Kim. That was
here's the
wonderful.
story. Here's the story. Jamila Jones remembers sitting on the floor in the home of Mrs. Rosa Parks in Montgomery, Alabama. Now, as a member of the NAACP youth group, Jones and other children listened as Rosa Parks spoke with them about their importance as human beings and the necessity to know their rights, especially the right to vote. Oh, they had Kool-Aid and cookies and things like that. They always had those when they were in those living room meetings with Rosa Parks. Now, a few years before the Montgomery bus boycott, Jones formed a singing group with 3 elementary school friends from the Alabama State Laboratory School. That's the Alabama State Laboratory High School. Now, why did they have to have that? Well, because Montgomery, they had those segregated schools. And so they weren't necessarily so great. Those schools weren't so great for the black children going to them. So Alabama State had a laboratory high school. And as they were training uh, people to become teachers, they would teach in that school. Now, as children, Jones and her friends experienced the indignity of riding in the back of buses, and they chose to participate in the Montgomery bus boycott by walking to and from school for over 300 days. Y'all remember that story? From December the 5th, 1955 until December the 20th, 1956. Now that singing group, they were 11 years old and they became a trio and they chose the name the Montgomery Gospel Trio. And that was Jamila Jones, Minnie Harris McCants, and Gladys, Gladys Carter, who later changed her name to Najuma Mulefu. They supported the Montgomery Improvement Association by performing fundraising teas all over the area. Some of you might remember one Sunday afternoon they would have like a tea. Now the group
Could you
chose.
remind us, Dr. Kim, once, just sorry to interject, just to remind us why is this so important today or at this
Well, it's
time to be
important
talking about
because
this?
yeah, because like I said, what I'm doing is for today, I'm thinking uh, about songs that are familiar, but women's stories that we don't know. Because of course, we're in Women's History Month. And I love it
Absolutely.
because we're going to be doing all these different kinds of songs, but a lot of times women's stories get lost. Or sometimes we don't even know about their story, so that group, the Montgomery Gospel Trio, a lot of folks don't even know about that, and they might think, well, This Little Light of Mine, that wasn't a civil rights song, but guess what? It was one of
Mm.
the first
And it's
songs.
such a familiar song to all of us, isn't it? It's amazing how these things can travel, and we don't know necessarily the origin, how many songs there are out there where we don't actually know where it's come from. And as song leaders and songwriters as well, I feel it's really important to credit the kind of roots of these songs, and it tells us a lot about the context as well. It tells us a lot about where we are now if we're still needing to sing them as well, right?
Oh yeah, we're needing to sing them. What's interesting is that with I mean, that song came from African American experience. They didn't write the song, but one of the things about the civil rights movement in particular is that they didn't necessarily start off writing new songs. They took songs they already knew and used those songs. And people
Mm.
like Bernice Johnson Reagan, when she talked about songs like This Little Light of Mine, she said, people had to remember to let their light shine, to let it shine, even in the midst of being in humiliating experiences, like being told they had to go to the back of the bus. So, I love the story about those women, and
Mm.
they would update the words sometimes to that song, and you know later on
Mm.
they would update the words. Jones, she would explain to audiences that a music instructor at Alabama State told them, you got to take those songs and update them as needed. And so there's a message for all of us in our times. We got to update the songs we know.
Sure,
Mhm.
sure. The stories, full stop, right? The stories that we have and know always need updating. And I think as a woman of color myself, obviously, I'm in the UK. It's a different experience here in the UK to the US, but there is still racialization, and I think that interesting intersectionality between womanhood and race and ethnicity and culture is an interesting one. And what you're talking about in terms of the this little light of mine, letting the light shine, and how diminishing it can be, even when it's not big overt gestures of bias. Whether it's a woman, whether it's to do with race or another marginalization, like say disability, which at some point in our lives we all go through, right?
Yes, we.
It can be very diminishing, and gradually, sometimes you don't even realize after a time how diminished your energy can become. So this is such a beautiful, simple song for any age, for any background. Even if you didn't have the language, I think would be able to get the message across about what this song is really doing and trying to do, get us back to our full energetic selves.
Now, what's
Yeah,
interesting?
thank you for
Now,
bringing that.
I'm trying to think. Bernice Johnson Reagan, she's sung in this room, right? Did
She came in this room and sang a little bit of a birthday song to Issei Barnwell.
ah,
Issei's
okay.
birthday. It was quite beautiful.
Wow. Well, um, Bernice Johnson Reagan talked about this song, about This Little Light of Mine. She said for a lot of African Americans, especially in the segregated South, they would sort of keep their head down and sort of be under the radar as much as possible to get through living under segregation. And so to actually say, I'm going to let my light shine, that was a radical kind of statement. that you were going to
Yeah.
get to be different than you had been. So yeah, so that
Mm.
was what I was thinking about that song. But yes, those young women, started singing 11 years old. Now, speaking of singing, I'll tell you all something real quick before we do the second song for the day. hmm Last night at the church in Ocean Park in Santa Monica, I got to actually sing with Camille Audouard. And you might say, oh, I've heard that name. Well, Camille Audouard and her husband Jacques and Clement Ducal, they were the ones that won the Academy Award just the other night for the song for Best Original Song. And the song was El Mal, and that's from the movie Amelia Perez. And so last night, it was so amazing to get to sing with her. She did not have her Oscar with her. I was hoping that she had because I wanted to take a selfie with the Oscar.
Oh.
But we got there were a group of us from the church that came last night, and we did this neat improvisatory singing. She would start us off with different lines and break us up into groups. It was so great. And it made me think about the power of song, even in a different way. Because, I love songs with great words, like I'm going to let it shine, all that kind of stuff. But just having the vibrations go through my body made me
Mm.
feel different and lifted me up in a way that, and sometimes I forget
Yeah.
that, as much singing as I do, and y'all here in the room, y'all know I'm singing all the time, right? But just to have that, oh, yes. So it
Mm.
was a
I
wonderful.
can really relate to that, Dr. Kim, as a singer, and also if you're doing it as a professional job, you kind of forget in terms of the self-regulating, the healing effects that it can have, the connective effects that it can have, how important it is to just do it for the pure enjoyment of it as well, and to do it in community like this. Although we can't hear each other, we do get a sense of the energy that we're sharing here together. And yeah, I love the improvisational aspect that you just mentioned as well, because not knowing what's coming next is like that's part of the creative force, right? And we forget that being on the edge of that slightly anxious challenging moment where you're like, what's going to come out my mouth is actually like, a threshold to like such a magical and connective moment as well.
And interestingly enough, she actually recorded that last night, and I had the feeling that she was hearing some things that might wind up in a song. So everything
Yes.
was something that we all did wound up in like because she won not only an Oscar for that, but they also won a Golden Globe. So it was so cool to be in that room.
Amazing. You're gonna have to chase her for your royalties, if your lyrics end up in a song.
Yeah, $1.50, right? Okay.
Yeah. So tell
Oh
us
my.
about the second song you're going to share
Oh,
with us, Dr. Kim.
yeah, second song. Uh, Once again, a very familiar song with a story that might not be quite as familiar. And that's the song Keep Your Eyes on the Prize. Now, once again, you know, people think, oh, well, this was just a traditional song. Now, a lot of you know that it did, it was based on that old hymn, Keep Your Hand on the Plow, Hold On. But here's a little bit of the story. Young man, we have another way of singing that song. We sing Keep Your Eyes on the Prize. Now, that was a woman named Alice Wine. And she introduced Guy Carillon to that alternative verse for that spiritual Keep Your Hands on the Plow. Now, they were on Johns Island, South Carolina, and Guy Carillon was the music director of the Highlander Folk School, located in Mount Eagle, Tennessee. But he spent his winters on Johns Island, and they were teaching at this secret voter education school. And he would bring his guitar along and encourage the students to sing and to learn to read so that they could pass the discriminatory literacy test that was required of prospective Black voters. And so learning that song from Alice Wine uh, Guy Carawan then eventually took it out, and he got the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee, including people like Bernice Johnson Reagan, to sing that song, Keep Your Eyes on the Prize. And the student activists loved singing that song. Now, for many, many years, people did not know of the origin of those changed lyrics, but finally, Alice Wine received credit and the proper copyright for those lyrics. And I'm hoping that she got some royalties. Just
Yeah,
saying.
let's hope so. So we've got the lyrics up in the chat,
You do.
and I
So
think
everybody
yeah,
get
when
ready. Get ready.
yeah.
Paul and Silas were bound in jail, had no money for to go their bail. Keep your eyes on the prize, hold on. Paul and Silas thought that they was lost. The dungeon shook and the chains came off. Keep your eyes on the prize. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Keep your eyes on the prize. Hold on. Oh, freedom's name is mighty sweet, and soon we're gonna meet. Keep your eyes on the prize. Hold on. I got my hand on the gospel plow. I won't take nothing for my journey now. Keep your eyes on the prize. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Keep your eyes on the prize. Hold on. Well, the only chain that a man can stand is that chain of hand in hand. You know, the only chain that a woman can stand is that chain of hand in hand. Keep your eyes on the prize. Hold on, hold on. The only thing that we did was wrong, staying in the wilderness too long. Keep your eyes on the prize. Hold on. The only thing that we did right was on the day we took up the fight. Keep your eyes on the prize. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Keep your eyes on the prize. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Hold on. Keep your eyes on the prize. Hold on. Keep your eyes on the prize. Hold on. Keep your eyes on the prize. Hold on. Woo!
Yes. Wow, what a powerful tune. I don't think I've sang that one before, Dr. Kim. Thank you for
Oh,
introducing me to it.
yes.
Yes, I should have
I
known about that.
these
So
in the
thank you very much.
chat you will hear there are some let's see, there are some links that I think went into the chat. One has Odetta singing, And
Mm.
other one, I forget who the other one was, but they're great singing these songs.
So you've got Odetta, and then the Eyes on the Prize one, you've got Mavis Staples, the links that you sent. So check those out. Let's give a massive thank you to Dr. Kim for the two songs shared today on Women's History Month.
And I'm going
And
to
is there
everybody, just in case you decide to watch a speech tonight and you're like gritting your teeth and wanting to throw stuff at just saying, just make sure that you got these songs, and you can sort of sing these songs and say, hold on, hold on, hold on.
yeah,
Songs are going to help us come through and help us to
and
stay strong and remind us on whose shoulders we stand, because we are on
thank
the
you.
shoulders of
Mm,
ancestors, many of whom are women, often with their stories untold. You know,
yeah, thank you so much for this thought to leave today with Dr. Kim. Women, what women we are standing on the shoulders of. Yeah, so important to remember that, especially in these times. We are
yeah,
so driven by the outside world. Let's remember that that woman energy that helped us all to come into this world as well.
yes, yes.
Um, so any last thoughts you'd like to leave us with for today? Ah, here we are. We have
I don't know if y'all did you show the picture of me standing there with Cammy? Okay.
yeah, it was a great pick. It looked like you were having such a fabulous time.
So
So
just
let's say a final thank you. Yeah, if
I
there's
think
nothing
my
else.
first thank you is for the daily antidote because
Yes.
getting to sing here, to sing as a song leader and as a host, you helped me to go and look up more things and to keep learning
Mm,
new songs to get to be a part of the daily antidote. So thank you
wonderful.
so much, everybody.
Wonderful. Thank you, Dr. Kim. Wonderful to meet you as well. First time I'm singing with you today as well. And we'll see you again soon on the Daily Antidote. Let's
Thank
have a look at what we've got coming up for the rest of the week then. We'll just have the flyer coming up here. So yesterday we sang with Julie Lavery, which was amazing. You can look back at that by finding the link on the Daily Antidote pages, socials pages. Today we were with the wonderful Dr. Kim Harris. Thank you so much again, Dr. Kim. Tomorrow, March the 5th, we've got Elsie Eastman. March the 6th, we've got Emma's Revolution back, who I had the pleasure of hosting recently. We've got a new song leader on the 7th of March, Abigail Washburn. Do tune in for that. That's on Friday. March 8th, Saturday, Yara Allen. And finishing off the week, March 9th, with Nicolene Snaz, who, incidentally, I sang with in my training for Musicians Without Borders in Holland in 2019. I've just realised seeing that picture of her. Oh, and we sang a wonderful song called Kothbiro by a Kenyan artist, Ayub Agada. If you ever get the chance to look for that, it's such a beautiful song. Um, Maybe I'll bring that to Daily Antidote next time I sing. That's a good idea. It's a beautiful, beautiful song. And it's about the rains, bringing back the rains and nourishing the earth. So thank you for being with us today. Let's send out some love beams to each other wherever we are. And we look forward to singing and swimming with you again. Don't know why I'm swimming, but that just seems to have just come naturally. Let's say bye to everyone in the room. Can we wave to our live stream people? Lovely that you joined us today. And we're going to go around the room and say adieu for today. Susan in Cincinnati, see you soon. Doug, Vermont, bye bye. Sheila, Florida. Hoda, British Columbia. Neil, Boston. Bob, Mabel, and Bears. Oh, you're all together now. I'm glad. I wondered why you were in separate rooms. Massachusetts. Tom, wherever you are, Double Bass, love it. Bye. Laris, UK. Jonathan, Rhode Island. Ruth, Birmingham, UK. Sue in Seattle, bye bye. Kathleen, Albuquerque. Rosie, bye bye for today. Rin, California, I believe you are in. Goodbye for today. Caroline in DC, bye Caroline. Marion, Brighton, bye bye Marion. Athena in Brooklyn, see you tomorrow. Linda, California. Cricket in Maryland. Pauline in Newcastle, UK. Delhi, Maryland. And in Silver Spring, Maryland. Storm, Massachusetts, see you soon. I'm on to my second page now. Where am I? Annette, California. Bye-bye. Fred, Maryland. Jenny, Suffolk. Katrina, Vermont. Ariana, Los Angeles. Bye-bye. Anna, Massachusetts. Nancy, Washington State. Aloysius, Massachusetts. Carol, Connecticut. Elizabeth, California. LMG, Connecticut. Moon in Virginia. No, am I saying that right? I don't know. I think so. I keep getting that one wrong. Curly Tops in Vermont. Gary in Massachusetts. Wonderful to be with you again today. Sending you all much love. And yes, see you next time on the Daily Antidote of Song. Thanks to Dr. Kim again.